again to another episode of Bridge and the Gap. I am Bridget. I'm Jaleesa.
And I'm Jasmine.
And today we are discussing our top 10 favorite movies of all time. I've really been looking forward to this episode.
Me too. I got some
As
hits.
I am a movie buff, so I love it.
Nice.
So with that being said, Jasmine, would you like to start us off and tell us what did you have down?
And mine is in no particular order because I couldn't really rate them. But I will start off with, a fun one, Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence, where, he's a thief and he pretends to be in the
LA department.
Yes, and he goes undercover trying to recover this diamond that he stashed away in the vents. And, that's one of my favorite movies because, it's the first movie I can remember that's, not a children's movie that I really, really loved. And I remember laughing the whole time. And I can still watch that movie and still laugh, especially when he go in with the pizza and, his...
Yes, that's my favorite. That is my favorite part.
Yes.
My favorite part of that movie is when the Owen Wilson's brother, cannot think of his name right now.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's telling the story about how he got the gun off of Dave Chappelle character, he's like,
yes.
Believe that. Believe that. And then I just think that movie is hilarious. I forgot about that movie. But you are right. It literally was funny from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like he could do no wrong in that movie.
At all. At all. It's like, I don't know how he got away with so much.
Yeah.
And they loved him.
They was crazy about him.
Yeah.
Yes. And they say they're gonna do a part 2 of it. That's what they were saying. I think it was a year or two ago. They said they were thinking about doing a Blue Streak 2. So fingers crossed that's still in the works.
Well, hopefully they will, because it was really
that was one of his best movies.
It absolutely was. I really like that movie.
Honestly, this makes me kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah.
You should.
That was a good pick.
I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna go over and throw it back to Mama. So, Mama, what's one yours?
So I'm gonna go with my absolute favorite comedy black movie of all time, and it's Two Can Play That Game with Vivica Fox and Mr. Fine, Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
And the reason why I love that movie is because it was so true to life. All the games that she was playing, and then he would play games, and then she would turn around and talk to the camera like, yes, girl, yes. So that is my all-time favorite movie, because I'm not gonna lie, back in the day, I did some of them tricks. That's what I'm saying. It was so true to life.
And
the games that men and women played to get each other, but yeah, it was good. That's my all-time favorite movie.
I really, really liked Anthony Anderson in that movie. I feel like he was a good comedic act, but then I could not stand Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand her in that movie.
In the movie,
yes.
You don't remember? Remember, he's real homely and ugly, and I want to say it was the chick that used to play on the Steve Martin. Steve Harvey show.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel. It was her. Did she play? She played his girlfriend, and she took him home and fixed him up and everything. So they walking down the street. And he happened to look in the window at himself and see how fine he looked, and went.
He know how to act.
Really?
He know how to act after that.
When don't nobody want you, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want them until they want it. Right. Then all of a sudden, when you got them, and they know that they look good, and somebody else want them, that's when they go to acting a fool. But yeah,
I will say that movie also with Bobby Brown in that one. That's when I was like, oh, okay, Whitney, I see it.
Yeah. No, I think I got that scene mixed up with somebody else. that was in that other movie with Lynn Whitfield. That's the movie that he played that character in with her.
Yeah, because I don't remember.
Yeah, it wasn't. So I got
I thought it was in that one too. Can play that game.
It was in the one. What Lynn Whitfield? Remember who was she going with? I forgot. And they dogged her out, and she lost her mind. It's a good movie too. It's a comedy though.
I could have sworn that was the same one.
It wasn't. It was in that other one with Lynn Whitfield.
Are you sure, Mama? I really think that's.
You think it was in? I have to look it up when we get off.
Yeah. Because she's coaching the other women.
Yes. Yep.
And so
maybe you're right. Maybe it is in that movie.
I want to say he's in that movie.
There was a lot of people in that movie.
Because
Anderson, it was a lot of them.
Monique was in that movie too.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's in that movie. Okay. You're right. That's the right one. Okay, Jaleesa.
Yes. So my number one is in a particular order because it's my number one. So my number one is actually the first Transformers movie. One, because the special effects to this day, that movie came out in 2007. The special effects to this day are still some of the best special effects. And then, I love me some Shia LaBeouf. And I felt like he played that role so well.
He really did.
I love that it was a star-studded cast. You had Tyrese, you had Paul, Mark Wahlberg, Anthony Anderson was actually in that movie.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I just realized that he was in that movie, and then it's over 2 hours long, and it goes by so fast. And then I think it's sentimental to me too, because Patrick was with me, our cousin, the first time I ever seen that movie, and he loved it too. So that is I want to say I've seen that movie at least 30 or 40 times.
Michael Bay is a good director too.
Yes,
he is. I love those Transformer movies. I love all of them.
Yeah, they are so good.
Okay, so another one of my favorite movies is Paid in Full.
I've never seen Paid in Full.
Yes.
You've never seen Paid in Full?
Is it a drama?
It's based on a true story, so yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a drama.
And when we wrap our list, I'm going to ask you guys something once we finish all 10, I want to ask y'all something, so do not let me forget.
Okay. That's one of my favorite movies. Since you haven't seen it, Jaleesa, I'm not going to tell the whole movie, but it is based on a true story, and there's a lot that goes on where you kind of get upset in the end because his uncle does something very, very, very shady, and just like I couldn't even believe that part of the story was true. He do them so wrong, but it's a good movie. It's a drug dealing movie. They deal drugs. Cameron is in the movie. Mekhi Phifer is in the movie.
Really?
Have you ever seen that meme where Mekhi Phifer is in a car crying? It comes from that movie.
Okay. I'll see that. Okay, look, I'm gonna jot it down. Paid in Full.
And then one of my all-time favorite movie lines from that movie is Cameron, he really, really wild. His name is Rico in the movie. And he be like, "Hey Ace, pull your skirt down, B. Dudes get shot every day, B." It's just the way he's saying it. It's so New York. Love it.
Do you? Okay, not the hardcore movie. I'm gonna have to watch it.
You gotta watch it one day.
It's a good movie. So back on me. So another one of my favorite movies is The Usual Suspects, and that's with Kevin Spacey. And if you've never watched it, I would highly recommend that you watch it. It's one of those movies where you think you know what's going on in the movie, and it's not until I'm gonna say probably the last 10 minutes of the movie that a character tells you what actually happened. And in flashbacks, and you see it happening, but you never saw it. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, like I never saw that. It's an excellent movie.
I'm taking these down.
Yeah, I want to say it came out in the early 90s, maybe early 2000s, but it is a very good movie.
And y'all, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to be right back.
Okay.
Yup, the usual suspects. That's so crazy. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you know what? That reminds me of The Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
where you did not see it coming
until the end of the movie.
Until the end, and because you thought like you didn't realize Bruce Willis was a ghost.
Yeah, you thought he was alive the whole time.
And then something else too, where the reason why they say you got to watch it twice is because right before a ghost appears in that movie, there's always something red in the scene that's blatantly obvious. Like the tent with the little boy that was playing with the gun and shot his head off or whatever. And then Bruce Willis at the end, the doorknob is ruby.
Yeah, it's ruby red. Yeah, that's one of those. That's what M. Night Shyamalan was known for.
We're talking about the six. Since this isn't on our list, but with the you didn't see it coming, you didn't see it happen until the end. Is with The Sixth Sense. You don't realize Bruce Willis is a ghost until the very end. Yeah,
that's actually a really good one. I didn't put that on my list. I know y'all didn't
almost
either,
made my list.
Yeah.
Well, that alien singing used to scare me though.
Yes. When the boy is like, come on, when the ghost is like, come on, I found my dad's gun, and he turns around and his head is gone. Yeah. That was signs. Signs is his
signs.
Signs. He has a lot of.
He does. He had those twists to him.
Do you remember the one that he had a couple of years ago, where the people, the two gay guys were camping out in the woods with their little girl?
Oh yeah,
and 4 people showed up at the house.
Yeah. You remember
that?
No,
I said I was gonna watch that.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna tell you, but you gotta watch
it.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twist. You gotta watch
it. So my next one is The Hangover. When I say I laughed, from that movie will have you in tears laughing. It's wild, it's fun.
I love that movie. First of all, I love the Chinese doctor. I loved his character.
He's from Michigan, by the way. He's a Michigander. He has a practice in Michigan.
I loved him in the movie. I love the crazy brother-in-law. What's his name? Sudeikis.
Oh, he is so funny.
I loved his character. I love the groom. I love Brad. What is his name?
Bradley Cooper.
Like when I say like that movie will have you laughing from the time you turn it on. Yes. They are so crazy.
They are, and I love that they do movies together. Like them, Wilson, they made Sudeikis. They got 3.
They got 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah. I love those movies. To me, the funniest one was the first one.
Yeah.
I did like the one where they brought in Mike Tyson though. I think that's the
first. Yeah, that's the first.
Yeah.
Is that the first one still?
Yep, that's the first.
Yeah.
I like that one.
What's your next one?
Ooh, okay. Love Jones. Have you ever seen Love Jones?
Oh, that made my list too.
Yes.
You know,
love me some Love Jones. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen it, Jaleesa?
I'm not.
Oh, that breaks my heart. Like, that's
Is
a
it?
movie I can literally watch over and over and over again. Like, Lorenz Tate will make you smile so much in that movie. It don't make no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Look, let me go on and
Movie.
jot it
Yeah, go on and
down.
jot it
Please watch it. Like, he's a writer in the movie, and like he also does poetry. And this poetry he writes for Nia Long character.
Yes, that reminds me when I first moved here, they had a poetry night like every Thursday night at this little spot. And I used to go, and when I sang, we be doing this like, it was, yeah, I love that movie.
Tone called us soft. He said, "Love Jones, y'all soft."
It's okay. I'll take it.
Right. We're in
I will
our
definitely
soft
take
girl era.
So, my next one on my list is The Best Man.
Ooh.
Once again,
That's a good
like
one.
from beginning to end, I love that movie.
That's a good
It
one.
was just black excellence.
Mhm.
So, and every one they had they had 3 of those too. The last one was the saddest one, but
The Holiday.
you know what? I love those movies. Anything, with Morris Chestnut, baby, it's on my list.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he a good person because the way he aging, it don't make no sense.
Nah,
yeah. His
Him.
wife too. His wife is beautiful. When I say they look like they did when they were young,
And I feel like that about LL Cool J too.
Yeah.
He's almost 60, and he looks so good.
His wife they've been together a long time. Yeah, that's another one. His wife is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the secret.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Look, happy life, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, because now I think about it, Fat Joe. Another one. So my next one, my third one, should have been my third one. The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger and Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
That movie is 3.5 hours.
It's a good movie. The only criticism that I have is that the movie was so dark, but then Gotham City is dark.
Yeah.
But that's my only criticism.
When I say that movie is one of the only reason why I don't watch it more, first of all, is because it's 3.5 hours. Mm-hmm. But two, I get so sad when I see what an amazing actor Heath Ledger was. Mm-hmm. And he hadn't even reached his full potential. That one of my favorite movies of all time. Same thing.
No, that is a little surprising though. But I feel like you're more an action person.
That actually is like in line with what I was gonna ask you guys when it comes to like our favorite genres, because rom-coms and like the Marvel action movies are my thing, and then of course comedy. I love comedy movies.
So my favorite is, I guess, rom-coms. And then I love dramas. But I love suspense and mystery. I think I'm going to say suspense and mystery is my favorite. Because I like to be entertained. That's why I like The Usual Suspects so much, because you literally do not know what's going on until the end of the movie, and you see everything. There's a couple of movies I can think of along those same lines that they made like that, but I think that one is one of the first ones.
It's like that too, with Russell Crowe and Jamie Foxx. Is that the movie Pride and Prejudice?
I've never seen that.
I have seen it.
Okay. But yeah, the ones that make you think.
Yep, the ones that make you think.
You like
that. Okay, so Tone said, did y'all like that Morris Chestnut and Jamie Foxx movie?
I didn't know that they had a movie.
I didn't either. What movie? Because I'm drawing a blank. He also said he loves Dark Knight. He said him and you can go to the movies. Marvel winner.
Yes,
I
I love the Marvel.
I love Marvel movies. So you know what, Jamie Foxx and
I can't think of. I don't know what you're talking about.
that they play. If it was just them two, I don't remember.
You're gonna have to give us a title. And then as far as the movies that I like, I think I told y'all this already, but I'm like, it got to be based on a true story. And if it's not based on a true story, then I'm like more so rom-com. I guess I'll say rom-com, or I'll even do animated.
Oh, that's okay. I got an animated one on my list too.
Yeah.
And did he answer the question?
It's with Gabrielle Union. Are you talking about Breaking All the Rules?
Oh, is that it?
That might be it.
Was Morris Chestnut in that movie? He was in that movie. Okay, him and Jamie were cousins.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's an older movie.
It's older. He was originally dating Gabrielle Union. Morris Chestnut was, and he wanted to break up with her, but he didn't want to do it himself. So he sent Jamie, and Jamie Foxx went, but he didn't realize that she had cut her hair. So he was looking for the wrong girl. They ended up talking, and then they ended up falling in love. So.
Oh, okay. I do. I think I remember that. I remember.
He bite his, like, he say, like, you do it. Only thing crazier, it's something about being crazy. If you bite right here intentionally, and in the end of the movie, he ends up biting right here to show that he's in love with her.
Aww.
Yeah, it's one of those. It is actually a good movie. I forgot about that movie though, honestly.
Okay, what's your next one?
Oh, my next one. My bad. Ooh, okay. Waiting to Exhale.
Oh,
yeah. Now that didn't make my list, but it's a classic.
Yes, it is. Black classic.
Definitely
Black classic. Love everybody in the movie. I can't think of her name. Layla. It's Layla.
Layla Rashawn.
There we go. I liked her character, how sweet she was, but like Troy was a hot mess.
Yeah.
Troy was a hot mess. I loved Whitney.
I didn't like now Dennis Haysbert, whatever his last name is.
Yeah, didn't
like him in that role. I could not really see him and Whitney together. He wasn't. They could have found somebody else to play that role, but I mean, voice. I agree. But yes, they didn't have any chemistry together. But I love Loretta Devine and what was his name? He's gone now. Man, he rest in peace, Gregory Hines. So I like them together. Yes. Yeah.
That walk off when she said, "Oh, I didn't make much."
Baby. Yeah, she invited him over to dinner. She was like, "I'm just gonna have a little something."
And she named up basically Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I like. Yeah. You know what? I like those kind of movies that I can watch and get up and have a smile on my face. Those feel good movies. Yeah. So, and keeping with that spirit, the next one that I have on my list, I liked E.T. Now this is but classic. It was when I went to the movies. Let me tell you, so the little E.T. died in the movie, and I met this because we thought he was gone. When I say I cried like a baby in that movie, I had to been. Oh my God, I had to been like 12 or 13, maybe 14. But I just remember boo-hoo crying when E.T. died. Y'all laughing at me. And then the little boy touched his finger. Elliot. The little boy touched his finger and he wouldn't know. And he cried. And then E.T. finger started lighting up and it's like, is he coming back? Oh, he had called his family. Oh, I love E.T. You know what? I'm like, he was so ugly. He was cute.
He was. He was. And the special effects that when you watch that movie now,
it is.
It was.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies.
Okay, and then another one of my favorites is Wedding Crashers with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, keeping in step with that clique, because it's a clique of them that always does movies together. Because Hall Pass, it was Jason Sudeikis and all of them. But Wedding Crashers, I've seen that movie over 30 times.
Yeah,
it's so funny. And Vince Vaughn gets the crap end of the stick once they, go to the family house or whatever with the rich folks. But it's a good movie. It keeps me laughing.
I knew you was gonna have that on your list. I remember when it came out. You loved.
I still do.
Now, what's yours, Jazz?
Next,
okay. Oh, Tone said not crying at ET, laughing out loud.
Oh my God, my little heart was broke. Okay,
that is funny though. Okay, New Jack City.
Ooh.
Yes.
The music was so good.
The music. I started to put that on my list, but I figured somebody else was gonna have it. That's a movie. Every time they show it, I'll watch it.
What is it about New Jack City?
It was just on. Okay, so it was. Remember, I showed you the picture, and I said that he looked like.
Luigi.
So, yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy, looked like Luigi. Okay, so it was. What is his name? I can't think. What is his name, Jasmine?
Who? The one that looked like Luigi?
Yeah, what? I cannot think of his name. So Chris Rock was in it. He played. He played the crack.
Pookie.
It was Nino Brown played by Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Ice-T was in it. He played the cop.
Right.
So Christopher Williams
was in it. Cast, really.
Was in it. Yeah, it was good. Again, another drug dealing movie.
Am I my brother's keeper?
So what about New Jack City for you?
I just like it felt real raw. Like I felt like I could really see it happening. I feel like
most definitely.
I like Wesley Snipes' character, Nino Brown. Like he was just so cool. Like
he was cold.
He was
cold. He ain't playing.
Yeah, he was fine in that movie.
Like when he came through, everybody straightened up, got their act together. One of my favorite lines is, "Am I my brother's keeper?" Like
yeah.
Like it's a really good movie. I'm not gonna say it's a feel good movie, but it's a movie that you watch and like you can just really appreciate their acting. Like they did really good where it's actually believable. I like believable.
Something else I like when the old man say, "Your soul is required in there."
Tone said, "Now we talking." Nino Brown and Alan Payne was soft.
Yes, Alan Payne. I could not think of his name, Alan Payne.
All right, Mama.
That's good. That
was
Jazz coming with the heavy hitters.
Okay, so this is actually one of my very, 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 very favorite movies, and it's the Shawshank Redemption. I can watch that movie every time it comes on, and the reason why I like it, it's definitely not a feel good movie, but it gives you hope. Like when I want to say it was Tom Hanks. No, it wasn't Tom Hanks. He didn't play the main character, but when he got,
I think that is Tom Hanks.
Is it Tom Hanks?
I think that is Tom Hanks.
When it is when he gets out at the end, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
What's that? Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is in it too. Because remember, he commits suicide in the movie. Oh no, was it him or was it the other guy? It was the other guy.
I thought it was Morgan.
So it was a little white guy got out, and they had the same routine, and they would send him to work at the grocery store, but for whatever reason, he couldn't deal with it because he was so institutionalized. So he wound up committing suicide. Well, when Morgan Freeman got out, they sent him to the same grocery store, and he lived in the house too, and he saw something, and that's when he knew that old boy had killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
But how he escaped it because Tom Hanks left him money buried under the tree, and he told him where to go, and he went to Mexico. So I like it because at the end of the movie, everybody gets away.
I'm laughing though because Thomas said it's not Tom Hanks, and so I googled. It's Tim Robbins, but I swear, like, this is where, like,
we thought,
but this is where, like, when black people be like to white people, like, oh, all black people look alike. I swear to you, I still feel like this.
You know what? They do kind of look alike if you think about it. They don't look exactly alike, but yeah, Tim Robbins.
I'm so mad. Y'all was so confident it was Tom Hanks.
And they're like, it was Tom Hanks.
I'm looking at the picture and I still feel like this Tom Hanks.
No, it was
so mad at
Tim Robbins. It definitely was Tim Robbins.
I'm mad at that. We sorry, Tom Hanks and Tim Robbins.
Yes, we are so sorry. We made you interchangeable.
So remember how I told y'all that animated one made my list? Soul with Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
What I tell you, that movie when it. First of all, I feel like it's too deep to be a kid's movie.
Yeah, definitely too deep.
It is so, and it's heavy, but it's heavy in the sense that, so the part of that movie that made me boo-hoo start crying, and I almost want to watch it again, is when the soul, she felt like she didn't have a purpose. She didn't want to go to Earth or what have you. And it was the little things that made her appreciate life. And it makes you reflect, and and then she in the barbershop talking, and it's like everybody is hanging on to like her every word. And that was a beautiful movie. Like I said, the kids really weren't interested in it, but I went, because I'm like, maybe I'm the only one I wonder if I'm the only one that feels like this. When you went and you read the reviews and everything, a lot of the critics as well as the parents were like, the kids really, I mean, they watched it.
It was a deep movie. It was a beautiful movie, but in the movie, it was very deep, and they talked about a lot of spiritual things, like spiritual awakening and all of that. Yeah. It's a beautiful cartoon. But it definitely went over. Probably went over a lot of parents' kids too, if you know.
Yeah, but it was that's my favorite animated movie.
I would have to say I agree. That is a really, really good movie. And then with the kid thing, like me and Kay watched it. Kay didn't too much care for it, but she do now say, like, if we talk about soul, she'd be like, "Oh, my soul is blue." I'm like, yeah, we can say that. But it was a really good movie, so that is her takeaway.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Jasmine.
So mine, y'all know this one. I know y'all didn't seen it because we didn't seen it together. It would be The Wood.
Ooh, that is a fun.
Yes. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Sure. I can definitely just sit and watch The Wood over and over again and still enjoy it and laugh and
yeah, timeless classic.
Definitely timeless.
Mama, you'll go.
For me, Boys in the Hood, another classic.
Okay, so that's a hood classic. I'm being honest. That movie makes me so sad.
It does make me sad when Ricky, Morris Chestnut character, gets killed, and it does make you sad.
Yeah, that was a one and done for me. Like, it was a good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. It was a good. Is that right? Is that my niece or nephew?
It is.
Okay. Look, brief interlude for a second. Wait, intermission.
This is what happens when you go live.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, so it definitely, like it's not one that I could sit up and watch every time it comes on, but definitely maybe once a year if it comes on, I can watch it. Maybe once every 2 years.
And see, okay, so to me, it was sad because you knew that Morris Chestnut was the apple of his mama's eye.
Yes,
You knew he was going places.
Yes.
And then, of course, he had the girlfriend and the baby.
Yes,
He was going to be the reason why they made it out the
out the
hood.
hood. But it's typically like that, though. It's typically like that.
And the way that the anger that she had toward Ice Cube, and the way that she blamed him, and you are so right. I'm sure it happens in the hood every day.
Every day, yeah.
And it's so crazy that movie is from the 80s.
Yeah, it came out in the early 90s. I want to say,
yeah, and it's still
relevant
to this day.
Yeah, we are.
So we were talking. So really quick, because you got up. But I was talking about the stuff that made the Boys in the Hood so sad to me. Is like we knew Morris Chestnut was going places, and then he had the girlfriend and the baby, and he was going to be the reason why they made it out the hood. And his brother that was really doing nothing with his life is the reason why, he was taken away. And I was telling Mama the anger that their mom felt and the way she lashed out at him because essentially she blamed him, But yeah, that
True
movie,
life.
yes. Spike Lee, phenomenal director. Because
he didn't write that.
It was the other one, John Singleton.
John Singleton, rest in peace.
They know how to like make you feel things. Him and Spike Lee.
They know how to elicit that emotion from you. In their movies.
And TV shows, because Snowfallers.
Yeah. Oh, Cedric said it pissed him off with the way they ended. I'm not gonna go.
They didn't make a spinoff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, with Wanda and them. I said I'm gonna watch it.
So my next one, Two Guns, with Denzel and Mark Wahlberg. Oh man, you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
They team up to Robin Thicke's ex-wife is in it too, Paula Patton. She plays Denzel's love interest. But anyway, she ended up being a dirty cop. But the one-liners, when I tell you in the banter, because in that movie, Denzel and Mark Wahlberg, they improvise some of the lines, and you can tell, but it works. If you've not seen it, watch it. It's good. They actually get away with a decent chunk of change, but they're on-screen chemistry. Mark Wahlberg and Denzel. Like I hope they do something together again before he retires. He said he's retiring in 10 years. When I'm gonna be hurt. I know I'm hurt when Denzel, hangs it up. But he said he wants to direct after that. So, all right, Jess.
Okay. I feel like y'all haven't seen this one, and it's called City of God, and it's based in like the 70s, but it's based on a true story, and it's like this. They're being raised in this like really tough, drug-filled neighborhood. So one is like an aspiring photographer. The other one is like this up and coming drug dealer who ended up taking over. And so they cross paths because the drug dealer finds out that the guy takes really great photos. So he starts having him take his photos as like a way to gain fame and like get his name out there as like the best drug dealer, because he's kind of in like this turf war with another up and coming drug dealer. Really, really wild movie. It's one of those where if you can't find the English version one, then you do have to read the subtitles. I know Jaleesa is.
I figure subtitles gonna fall in here somewhere.
But it's a really, really, really good movie. Like it's worth the read because, like, yeah, it's You actually forget that you're watching a movie that's based in another country. Jasmine was a drug dealer. Her former
Man,
lover.
look, I'm starting to wonder because she knows she love them drug dealer movies.
I just like
Jack, that's fun.
Like more, almost half her list is about dealing drugs.
that is not true.
That is hilarious.
You had 3 drug dealer movies so far. 3.
Oh.
I got nothing to say. So
well, look, moving right along. So the next one on my list.
She gonna end up like Fetty Wap. The FBI is gonna come to her house and like at some point they gonna be watching jazz.
Oh my God. So the next one on my list is Black Panther.
Oh, that made
that's
my
a good
list
one.
That made my list too.
1 and 2.
Wait, it made your list too, Jack?
It did not. It did not. But it is a really, really good
movie.
movie.
Made mine. Why Black Panther?
Okay, for a number of reasons, but first and foremost, Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in peace, he was the Black Panther, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a good actor, number one. Number two, the pride that I want to say all Black people felt when that movie came out, because I'll never forget when everybody went to go see it. It was the thing of everybody wear your African attire. Mm-hmm. So just to see a movie theater full of Black people dressed in their best African attire was absolutely beautiful. And then for the second one, where he actually died, they asked people to wear white. Mm. So everybody wore white African attire, which that was beautiful. Now, I didn't go to the movie theater for the second one, but for the first one I did. Mm-hmm. And we took a bunch of, there used to be, and I don't even know what happened to this guy, but there used to be a community organizer in the Orlando area, a young guy, used to try to do things. And so they had asked that, for all of the kids in the community, again, it was such a positive thing. Mm-hmm. They wanted to take all the low-income kids to the movie. And I remember donating or whatever. And they were looking for volunteers to go to help out. Mm-hmm. And I volunteered and went. But it was so beautiful.
And it's so crazy because that was my next one up. But it also, to me, that movie just exuded Black excellence. Like, even though, you had I'm drawing a blank on this name, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. He was a villain. It was still, the movie exuded Black excellence, and then the stars, you had the star-studded cast. Mm-hmm. But when you talk about Chadwick Boseman, too, like the clothes that they had him dressed in, literally everything he wore. Yeah, and the way, and he had a walk like he knew, like I'm the stuff, and he really was who he thought he was. Yeah, and then I love the how he was. Oh, it's just that I cannot even envision, and I'm glad that the Sony they made the decision not to replace him. I don't
feel like you could.
No,
you couldn't.
No,
but in the comic strip, so the movie sadly went along with the comics, because in the Marvel comic strip, in the comic book, he really does die. The Black Panther really does die, and his sister takes over as the Black Panther. Mm-hmm. So sadly, I don't know if she could have really carried it as the Black Panther after him, but that's really how the story went, in real life in the comics. And because we are on this, I am going to go out of turn only because my next one is Avengers Endgame, and I'm happy that he got a chance to shoot with them. That was his last Marvel role. He got to
And that was a long movie too.
Mhm.
But seeing everybody together, come together, all the
I wish we had the Avengers now in
Man,
real life.
Oh, well,
Definitely need them.
The superheroes. Now would be the time.
when that at that fight scene, they was taking down Thanos or what have you, the theater, when I say it erupted, like it. Marvel. Look, Marvel is that one.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you know what I like about his movies? So after the movie is done and over, nobody leaves because you know you're gonna get a little something for the next.
Yes. Yes.
See, no, I left Marvel purposely off of my list because like there's so many Marvel movies that I really enjoy.
Yes.
Like, cause Doctor Strange, like I really love Doctor Strange movies too. Like,
you know, that's fair because that was smart not to include Marvel because they are in
they a different league.
Yeah.
So, and then I love that it's like one big movie, like it all continues.
Yeah, all time.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's something else too, the semblance, because I want to say it's a number. Which, if you were to watch all of the Marvel movies in the order that you're supposed to watch them in, it matches up with that same amount of time. But I gotta look into it, and I'll come back with it. Like it's symbolism in those movies. A lot of it.
All right, Tone said, "Okay, Mom, Wakanda forever."
Yes, forever and ever. So because I had two, Jasmine, you can go ahead and do your two.
Okay. Mine is Pele, Birth of a Legend. So Pele was one of the greatest soccer players in Brazil.
Yes.
And like just watching his story, because he grew up in poverty and, you know, people didn't really think of him as a good soccer player when he was growing up. And then it was also, which is kind of sad to see, but how racism is here in America, it was the same over there. And so it was a whole lot of racism that he did endure in the soccer community. And so like just watching that movie, going through his journey into who he becomes, such an inspiring movie. And he's also the youngest soccer player to ever go to the World Cup and actually win. I want to say he was like 13 or 16. He was either 13 or 16, very, very young. And like they only won because they had Pele on the team. So really, really great movie. Make you smile, make you happy, like get your heart pumping and thumping every single time I watch it. So yeah,
I like that. Okay, what's your next one?
My other one is The Wedding Date. I don't think have you seen The Wedding Date?
Yes, when she hires.
Yes, hires the male.
Yeah, that's a feel good movie.
Oh my god, I like to call that my favorite Caucasian movie because
the music in it is beautiful too.
Michael Bublé, Home. Yes, such a great movie. I watch it every single time. I cry every single time I watch it.
That's such a good movie.
Yes, like and then his one-liners, like
when Deborah Messing. Speaking
of
which, she has I can't even think of anything else she's been in since then.
I can't either. Didn't she have a show though? A TV show?
Yes, she did. It was really good.
That's the only thing I can think of aside from that movie that she's been in. But yeah, no, love that movie. I'm a little surprised you knew it, but
yeah, but I remember you watching that article. How you feel about me with Wedding Crashers is how I feel about you with that movie. I did not think it was gonna make your list though, but I'm glad it did.
Yes,
we all about inclusivity over here.
We are.
Okay, you go.
So this one is a old movie. You've probably heard of it. I highly doubt that you've ever watched it. They made at least 5 of them, but the original is always the best one, and that's The Godfather.
Ooh,
never seen it. Heard about it.
The Godfather with Marlon Brando. So it is about an Italian mafia family. And for its time, the amount of violence that was in this movie was unheard of. Some parts were horrible, but it is a good movie. You get to see the inner workings of how the mafia worked and all of that. It was a really good movie. It was pre Tony Montana. So yeah, it was a good movie. But yeah,
what number are you on? Because I got 2 movies.
I only got 1 left. So that's about right.
I got 2.
Oh, okay. You want to do a second one?
Yeah, I'll do my second one. So my next one that made my list is Love and Basketball.
Oh, I was wondering if that was gonna make anybody's list.
It's toxic.
Basketball again. Music. You had the music. You had Lorenz Tate. What? No, it was the other one.
Omar Epps.
Yeah, Omar Epps and what is her name?
Sanaa.
Sanaa. Yeah. Another good, feel good
black movie.
Black boyfriend girlfriend movie. Yeah.
The only part in that movie that makes me mad to this very day is when she say, "I will play you for your heart," and Q goes all out balling on her with his messed up knee. It's like, do you want my heart or no?
Yeah.
Right. They said that was like black trauma. Like, honestly, that really shouldn't be anybody's favorite movie because he kind of did her dirty.
Tom said, I have a question. What was the last movie to make y'all cry? Mine was The Green Mile. Ooh, that did together.
I was gonna ask about
that. Is a good one.
That was a phenomenal one.
Actually,
and I
have one on my list that made me cry.
Soul was the last one that made me cry.
And this is an older movie, but Schindler's List. I know. And Jasmine, you might know this was that was kind of like an autobiography. But it takes place, it's sad, it takes place in Nazi Germany. And Oskar Schindler was a German. And he saved a bunch of Jews. And the part that makes you cry is at the end of the movie, when it really hits him exactly how many Jews were lost in the Holocaust. He kind of breaks down because his thing is, if I could have just saved one more person, and it really weighs on him. But I want to say he saved like 50 or 60. I want to say he had his own business, some kind of factory warehouse. But he saved a lot of Jewish people, and it was good. And at the end, the people were like in their 70s, 80s, and 90s when the movie was made, and they come and they put rocks on his grave, and they show him in the movie the character and then the real life person and what they went on to do. Is deep, but everybody left. I went to go see it. I was young when I went to go see that, and I remember leaving the movie theater in tears. Everybody was, which is kind of reminiscent of what's going on today. And it's sad to me that we don't have empathy like we did. Empathy has been lost.
No, that heart. He had heart to do something like that.
Heart. Yeah, he was risking his own life
to save theirs.
But it was such a good movie. It's beautiful. It's long too, like 3 hours, but you cry. Oh my God. It's a tearjerker for sure. But the Green Mile made me cry too.
Yeah. Green Mile definitely made me cry. But I don't watch any more like Nazi movies ever since I've seen The Boy in Striped Pajamas. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that, but don't watch it. It's a good movie, but don't watch it. Like,
no, I'm not.
That is like the saddest movie I have ever seen. And I was
what? We have enough trauma to deal with.
I can't watch no more.
I'm not watching it. Yeah. But that was the one made my list because it was just it was a good movie and definitely a tearjerker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's it for me.
But wait, is that the last movie that
We
made
should
you
have one
cry?
more, but hold on 1 second, because I got one more, and then that'll make it so I'm down.
No,
to
I
one.
didn't talk.
Oh, you did all yours?
Yeah, I did all of mine.
Okay, so then
But wait, Mama, was that the last movie that made you cry? Because he said, "What's the last movie?"
That's the last one that I can remember that made me cry because I'm not a crier, really.
Oh, okay. I was just
So then, since we'll let Jasmine be the last one. So my last two, Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio.
That was a good movie.
That is a good one.
It's true.
Yes, based on a true story. He was wise beyond his years. The real guy actually ended up not having to do prison time. They used him in the FBI, and his tips and tricks are how they thwart off fraud today. And he was making really good money, like a really good life. But that's one of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movies. And it's
I'm still questioning how he became the pilot.
It's just like all of that. How did you?
And when he was the doctor, and he was like, "I concur," and he was like, "Sir, you concur what?" He was like, "I concur." Like, but what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't making any sense.
They have had people impersonate doctors and impersonate different people, but for somebody to do all of this was unheard of.
Yes, he was a genius in that movie. He was so young. His family, his parents were crazy about him, but yeah, he was the stuff in that movie. And then my last one is Meet the Fockers. That the reason why, first of all, Robert De Niro in that movie is so funny, over the top. Cedric was like, in this movie, he gives very much a Trump supporter, which I can see him. I can see him being a Trumpster in that particular movie, in that role. But that was a movie I remember we all watched it together. Me, you, Mama, Aunt Charlene, Cedric in her basement. And I remember us dying laughing, especially when they came home and the baby was watching something inappropriate on TV, and Ben Stiller had kind of let everything go to heck. But yeah, that was the last one to make my list. It's a feel good one.
No, that is a good one. I would say my last one, again, y'all know this one, is My Neighbor Totoro. It's just like,
yes, okay, Mama don't know this one. I know Mama don't know this one. I do. It's animated.
It's an animated movie.
Yeah, but it's like they're
old.
like Latino.
No, they're like cats. The cat buses.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
It's wild. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was trying to tell you what the movie was about, you one you gotta watch.
But it's nostalgic. It's feel good. Yeah, it's just a good movie. I really like it.
And you know what? And as an adult, I told I shared that that's one of my favorite movies at work. And come to find out, it's a whole thing. Like in Japan or wherever they wrote it, it's like
it's a cult classic.
It is, yes. And this other series about Totoro, I'm like, dang, I need to get up on it. Honorable mention. It was not really a movie, but they're in the same family. Sailor Moon. Remember Sailor Moon? The same founders. Oh man, what I told
you know, it comes on Amazon.
Does it?
You can watch it on Amazon.
Are you sick? You just put me up on something because I did not know that. I've been trying. I was thinking about buying Sailor Moon because I didn't know where else to watch it.
I don't know how many seasons they got, but I do know I've watched a few episodes on Amazon.
Really?
Because I was trying to put the kids on it, but they
wasn't. But
they're too young still.
Yeah, too young still. It's like, I just don't know what you're missing out on.
Well, before we talk about our Tell Us Something Good, did anybody have an honorable mention?
Oh, I did have one, but y'all gonna judge me.
Because it's gonna just something to do with drugs.
What did Tom say?
It do got something to do with drugs.
What you
Have
want?
ever seen Blow? It's also based on a true story. It got Johnny Depp.
Oh, I saw that. That was good.
It's a really good movie. Like, but he started off as a marijuana drug dealer, and then he upgraded to cocaine. But no, it's a really good movie.
Is
it really is. And then my second honorable mention is Scarface. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Like, who don't like Scarface?
Yeah, who don't like Scarface?
Yeah, Scarface was the truth.
Yeah, it was the truth.
And the posters, that movie poster that all the dudes had.
The world is yours.
Yes, that's the honorable mention.
Yeah. Tone said, "Have we ever seen Intergalactic?" That's the one with Kid Cudi, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen that. I'm trying to think. I had one. But no, not really.
Well, I had an honorable mention. So Life.
Ooh,
that was a good one.
Oh, the soundtrack. Excellent.
Oh yeah, that's thebomb.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thebomb.com. And then my other honorable mention, I lost it just that quick. Oh, Bad Boys. The first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, speaking of Life, did you know like a lot of Eddie Murphy, like his lines, he
improvised?
I'm sorry, I was reading Tone's thing, but yes, he improvised. And he said, "Did you say happy feet, Julissa?"
No, you know what? Actually, I didn't. But, sir, you missed out on the first part of the show because my number one was Transformers, and we know that he likes action and whatnot. So you would have been proud, but no, I'm not the one with the foot fetish.
Oh, that is a good one.
That is a good
Happy Feet was a cute movie.
Happy Feet was cute, but it didn't make my list. And look, hilarious. On that note, Jasmine, tell us something good.
Oh, okay. My something good is I made my best yet chicken and sausage gumbo.
Oh,
it was so good.
Really?
When I say like I didn't perfected it.
Have you? Kay had been asking her for gumbo. Oh, when'd you make it?
So yesterday. And when I say
it was the bomb.
Is it left?
It's gone. It is. When I say Kay came back for fourths.
What?
Because I had to stop her because I'm like, "Okay, you're gonna make your stomach hurt." Like at this point, you just eating it because it tastes good.
It tastes good.
I'm so jealous.
Me too. Julissa made something, and it was good,
but it wasn't yours. It was not yours.
I'm gonna have to make y'all some next time I see y'all.
Yeah.
Because like when I say I got it down now.
Now she thinks she's from Louisiana.
And do.
Speaking of Louisiana, I had some Old Bay seasoning today. Oh, the seasoning.
You mean the Old Bay soup?
No, I had the chicken chowder and they put Old Bay in it. Oh, it's everything.
That sounds good. I haven't had chowder in a minute.
I get that from Wawa. It's good.
Ooh,
so my something good is I am off tomorrow and Monday. Woo! I tell you, I'm not gonna do
a thing.
I'm gonna do some things, but
not those things.
No, not those things. I'm just gonna lay around and just chill and just.
It's gonna be heavenly.
I'm just gonna do nothing.
Oh, I love that.
I love it.
Well, my something good is April 1st, which we will not be on the air for, so I'm gonna do it in advance. April 1st is not only our brother's 28th birthday. Yay!
Hi, Chris.
But it's also my 4-year surgery versary, and I am down still 189 pounds. So
Yay!
we'll take it. But I want to be every bit of a little heavier eating my sister's gumbo because it's the
And I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to gain
Like, remember how Tommy used to be like, yo? Yeah, it's the bomb. Oh, when I say I'm so jealous that little girl got to get 4 bowls of it though.
When I said she killed it.
I bet she did.
Even the boys came back for seconds. I was like,
Did you make jasmine rice?
I did it with white rice. I should have did jasmine rice though, but it was white rice with it. But no, it was.
Man, I know it was good. I know it was good. You ain't have to throw that.
I'm sorry. I'm really proud when I say
you
like
did
it's
a lot,
the best.
but you ain't have to do it like
right. Now you're doing too much now.
I apologize.
You ain't have to say that.
I'm a tone it down.
Thank you.
But ladies, is there anything we got for our audience?
No, other than wanting to say thank you. A special shout out to our main man Tone,
our dedicated man.
Yes,
and we appreciate you.
And thank you for your contributions every week to our live show. You always make it so much fun and so enjoyable. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And outside of that, I have nothing.
Okay, as Whitney would say. I do want to say, please do tune in on Monday because we have a very serious, heavy, but I think it is important to talk about subject, which is abortions. So we will be getting into that on Monday. So please do come back and join us. And yeah, for our quote of the day, cinema is a mirror by which we often see ourselves. And that was by Alejandro Gonzalez.
I cannot agree more.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe I see a drug dealer when I watch my favorite movie.
If it's a movie about a drug dealer, my sister is gonna watch it and probably gonna love it.
You can live vicariously through.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of drug dealers, the one we're gonna wrap it up with this one. What's the one I like? The little young boy. You know what I'm talking
about. That sounds a little
Superfly.
That was a good movie.
The one with the tail.
I love that movie.
Trevor. I can't think of his last name, but his first name Trevor.
Yes, Jackson.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, he actually can sing too in real life.
I know. They say on TikTok, songs hate to see him coming.
Hate. But that was a really good one. It didn't do good though. In the theaters, it didn't do good. But I liked it. I thought it was good.
I liked it too. Some of them scenes, woo, but yeah. Well,
and on that note,
we will bid you guys adieu.
Yes, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.
Have a great weekend.